Authenticity and transparency, those were two of the words that were mentioned over and over and over again. Kim, you just moderated a very energetic and very insightful panel on marketing, the benefits, the importance of it. Why don't you kind of give us a snapshot of some of the highlights for you, maybe something you learned from that, and we'll have a conversation.
I think that was a great panel, and I had great panelists who were all network operators, and I think they came from a point of view of that it's really important to be transparent and, like we said, authentic. Just being real and showing people your true self is what I got through that over and over again. You hear it from all of them. You hear how important it is to be in the room. Marketing needs to be in the room at the beginning of a conversation, even before there's any shovels in the ground, because marketing needs to start. Marketing is not just a customer acquisition model. It is a long process. And lastly, I think it's something that is near and dear to my heart, is that marketing never ends. Because the fiber is built, just because you have the desired take rate, it is a consistent drip through years after years. So I love the panel, and I was humbled to be on stage with those great leaders.
Well, and that was one of the things, the whole marketing strategy shifts over time because you have different goals.
Yeah, you absolutely do. It's when a market opens, you want to make awareness of your brand and who you are and why you're coming into that area and what you stand for. And through the years, you go through the customer acquisition model of getting them to sign up and that customer experience and what that means. And then as you get into a more mature network, it's what is your value proposition? What are you continuing to do for the customer? How are you upgrading the network? What value do you add? And it's a constant bit of communication back and forth. I like to say this all the time. There is a reason that Coca-Cola still puts so much money into marketing, even that they're an industry leader. It never ends. And when you view it that way, people are like, oh, I get it, a little bit differently.
And of course, the other thing you didn't really talk a lot about, but the whole idea of the opportunity for new products down the line. So It's another reason to have that channel.
It's continuously communicating what you're doing. At the UTOPIA network, we put fire sensors. We have more air quality sensors throughout the network, and you can communicate that. That's what we're doing for your community, so you can have more granular information about the air quality in your neighborhood, not necessarily in the big city around you. It's not just about the network, it's about what you can do with the network and what you can offer going down the line.
And the communication becomes very local.
Mm-hmm. You want to be local. You want people to really resonate with who you're talking to. I tell this story all the time. I have a customer service rep named Dexter, and somebody called in and was mad, and they were like, well, what number are you? And he was like, I'm just the only Dexter at this company. It's because people are used to being a number, and when they find out that there's this little team who's in their community and representing their community, it means a lot to people.
And you made a very valid point that you need to be able to have the people on the street, and that may mean hiring PR agencies, right?
I think something that's very unknown or misunderstood is that even though you have marketing people internally, you also need a lot of help on the outside. 3 people cannot develop and maintain a marketing strategy, so it's having another agency that works closely with your team internally for a marketing strategy.
And going back to the beginning, when you're starting out, what do you want to be? And I thought the idea of creating mock testimonials was brilliant.
It's almost you're telling yourself of what do you want your customers to say about you. I think it's a brilliant idea because it helps drive the brand strategy. And I think it's almost like, when can I get to this person? And when you see that first testimonial, when it's come live, that's a powerful statement. And one thing I always like to say, too, is you can have fun in this industry. Last week, I actually got a calendar from my team on my birthday of them going to, I think, JCPenney and getting a funny photo shoot. And then they TikToked them showing it to me of what this means. And you don't have to be stuffy in your brand. You can be fun. I say it every day of the week. You don't have to be 18 people behind an iPad on a couch, because that's not real life. Just be, like I will say it again, authentic, and just be real and have fun with it.
Excellent. Well, that's a great message, and happy birthday, and thank you for being on camera.
Thank you so much.